All right, we're back. We just seen the end of Tennessee, Oklahoma. That is what it is. Tennessee fans, it's my belief that it's over. The game itself is over. Is the season over? Most likely. I think that, for all intensive purposes, it is what it is. It's not what you wanted, but also you had to put your whole season riding on the on Joey Aguilar. That is not to demean the kid, but I'm just saying you couldn't have expected it to go well. Also, if you're new to the show, hit the like and subscribe button. Also, the leading news: Hugh Freeze out at Auburn. That's what Pete Nakos reported. Don't know if it's true or not, but he tweeted it and I seen it. Let me go and verify that. Quick search here. We'll see if it's still the leading thing. Getting all the latest stuff on that. Yeah, Pete. Is this the... Oh, no, it's not the... I got duped. I got duped by a fake deal. I have to apologize. Well, I'm not going to apologize, but I mean, that is a good parody account. Let me see if I can find the real Pete Nakos and see what that looks like. Yeah. Now Pete Nakos tweeted, if Auburn decides to part ways with Hugh Freeze, it would cost them $15.4 million. Appreciate everybody. Also, the number to call, 260-255-4069. Looking at the video analytics from the game stream. Wow, unbelievable. 6,000 views. That's awesome. Appreciate everybody who turned into the watch party. That helps a lot. I got to do some engagement farming. That's also something that we got going here that I got to do. Let me get this going. Sorry about this. I know it's just riveting podcasting at the moment. But there is that. What else are we looking at here? Ole Miss wins today. Tennessee takes the loss. Appreciate everybody who's joining. I know it takes a little bit of time to get this thing aggregated, but the phone lines are open. Number to call, 260-255-4069 is the number to call. That's kind of what we're doing here tonight. Also, time change as well. I know some people are going to be upset about that. But let's dive in to the day that it was. Um, Also, if you're watching on Twitter, uh, come on over. Also, we got the World Series rolling too. They're in extra innings. I'm just looking at this. The um, on what's trending. I'm assuming that if Auburn decides to make a move, it's going to be in the morning. They are tweeting at Hugh Freeze. They're tweeting U-Haul trucks at Hugh Freeze right now. Not a good day to be Hugh. I will say that. Oh, wow. So there is that. Also, number to call 260-255-4069 is the number to call. If you want to call, get your call in now. We'll leave this open for about an hour, see what we can come up with, see if anybody's interested. There is that. I'm just doing some engagement farming. What was that big one? There's that. What did we have? I'm just aimlessly stumbling through this. Oh, wow. They are trolling big time. They are. Auburn should fire their offensive coordinator, and people are saying which one, because Hugh did the dumb thing with the I promise after this we'll get on with the show. I just got to do this. I don't. There's that. Okay. That's kind of going to be what it is. But, all right. So, no, that's not what I wanted. I'm sure the podcasts and a lot of things going on is going to be very fascinating this evening. Where do we start? We'll start Texas, Vanderbilt. Vandy loses by a field goal to Texas. It is what it is. The more concerning thing for me is Texas gave up 365 yards through the air to Pavia. And I think that, Arch threw for 328 on them. It's, I Texas is up against it in more than one way. They still have to play A&M, and they got to play Georgia next week. So when it comes to Texas, I say good luck to you. I really say good luck to you. Also, the phone lines are open. Number to call 260-255-4069 is the number to call. There's that. Got duped tonight by a fake Pete Nakos. Shout out to the fake Pete Nakos for getting me. So there is that. A lot of chatter on the big side of it, but I would have thought, here's the problem. We'll get to the Auburn thing in a minute, but Texas Vandy, not. I mean, that game was what it was. Arkansas falls to Mississippi State today. Also, that's very fascinating as well. So I think we're in for it on that one. Brett Venables staves off the executioner for a week by winning today. Mark Stoops, don't know what Kentucky's going to do. There's a lot of things swirling about Hugh Freeze, allegedly. The fake Pete Nakos got me, so there's that. It's going to be fascinating to watch how this week pans out. Also, while we're here, if you could do us the biggest favor, hit the like and subscribe button. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, if you could hit the like and subscribe button, that helps us a ton, helps the show out tremendously. There's that. Also, phone lines are open. Number to call, 260-255-4069 is the number to call if you want to talk about it. If you're a Kentucky fan, happy as a lark. If you are a Auburn fan, down in the dumps, maybe we can talk you out of it. Or maybe you're not even a SEC fan at all and you just want to talk about what's going on. Maybe you know what it is, but I think this whole deal is fascinating. I'd like to know what happens. Where does Auburn go from here? There's that. I apologize. I'm looking through some things at the moment. But yeah, what's everybody's overall take on today? Also, if you hit the link, if you're watching on YouTube, if you hit the link, that's what it is. You can come on over, ask questions. Sometimes the Twitter questions don't come through. Don't know why it does that, but it just does. So we're here. I got this going on. Number to call, 260-255-4069. But I guess we could dive right into it. Hugh Freeze played some. Gotta get that up and out. But Hugh Freeze played some of the. How do I want to say it? He played Jackson Arnold a little bit tonight. I find that fascinating. Is Hugh's time on the Plains over? Is the question mark. Is it going to be at the end of the year, or are they going to fire him mid-season? That's my question. Because I think it's coming. Because I don't know. What is that about? But I don't know how it's all gonna shake out. It's a fascinating time right now. I don't know what Auburn's plan is. That's the big thing. What is your plan going forward? Because you can't not have a plan to move on from something and then you make a hasty decision and then you're stuck with what you're stuck with. That's the problem when it comes to this. But yeah, we're gonna navigate through it. But number to call 260-255-4069 is the number to call. What do I want to pop in? I'm looking for something, but also make sure everybody's all amped up and ready to go for time change, because that's coming. Wow, we're not going to get a replay of that. Dirty dogs. So there's that. Number to call 260-255-4069 is the number to call. I'm sure a ton of people are not thrilled down there on the plains. Can't hardly blame them. The Hugh Freeze thing has kind of been a disaster. Florida got real close today as well. South Carolina kind of gave them a scare down there at Vaught Hemingway, but Ole Miss ends up pulling away at the end. Don't know what exactly they got going. I would say that probably Shane Beamer is going to take the South Carolina job. I would say that that's probably coming. So there is that. I got to take this 3/4 thing off. All right, we're back. It is a million degrees in here. I hate to be that guy, but it is hot in the studio tonight. So with that being said, so what's everybody's takeaway from the day? Curious to hear from the fans on this. I'll be interested to see what we got. What am I looking for? So there's that. Ole Miss wins. Ole Miss is they're in the driver's seat. Let's just look at the SEC standings while we got this going, and we'll determine who's eliminated from the playoffs and who isn't. A&M in the driver's seat. Texas A&M in the driver's seat. Alabama right there with them. Georgia, they're still in the hunt. Ole Miss still in the hunt. Texas still in the hunt. Vanderbilt, but Tennessee, I think, has eliminated themselves. Missouri has kind of eliminated. They're not eliminated, but it's going to be hard for a 2-loss Missouri team to get in there, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's just me. But LSU, done like dinner. Florida, done like dinner. Mississippi State, Auburn, South Carolina, Arkansas, all out, eliminated. It'll be interesting to see if Arkansas can even win a league game. Kentucky got theirs. Auburn got theirs. South Carolina's got theirs. South Carolina is 1-6 in the SEC. They are 3-6 overall. But that's just kind of what the territory is. Solo home run. Dodgers up by a run. Utah also currently going right now. Yikes. So that's currently what we got going. I don't know. I don't know what we got exactly. Who does Florida hire? The coaching carousel is just absolutely spinning around in a circle. Thanks a lot, Penn State. You've encouraged everybody else to do this. Here's a fascinating tip from Deion Sanders. He was asked Coach Prime on how he could explain the last couple of games to recruits. He said, if you a dog and you want to come here and right the wrong, yeah, that's a hell of a recruiting pitch. Hey, we suck, and if you're good, you can play here. Okay, whatever. I get it. So there's that. Miami also bites the dust. They're going to be in a windfall of things as well. In my opinion, that's what it's going to come down to. Miami, it ain't jiving too much. So there's that. Also, the phone lines are open if you want to call. If you're watching on Twitter, do you want to call? Get your call in now, because we will leave this open. No, I don't want that. I want this. No, I don't want that one either. Where are we at here? I'm sorry, I'm doing some retweeting, trying to get some folks in. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. See if that gets it going. But so yeah, there's going to be press conferences. People got questions. World Series looks like it's going to be winding down. Also, I'm curious on, did they win today? Georgia Tech also takes a loss today. I was looking at Florida State. Hey, they got off the schneid finally. I know the Florida State folks are not thrilled with Norvell, nor should they be, but it's tough. Phone lines are open. Number to call, 260-255-4069 is the number to call if you want to call now. Is Hugh Freeze going to get fired? We shall see. See what metabolizes on Sunday. There's that. Also seeing highlights of the Texas Vanderbilt game. Pavia just airing that thing out. But yeah, phone lines open. Number to call, 260-255-4069 is the number to call. So I'm curious because what is Auburn's I know they have Alabama at the end, but what does the rest of their schedule look like? Because I would have thought he would have won this one tonight. It makes it tough because they played so well against Missouri, played pretty good against Georgia, played good against Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Oh, wait. Hugh, you get Vandy? Mercer, and Alabama. I think Q might be 1 and 2 out of that stretch. So we'll see. Don't know 100%. That's what it is. I'm sure. It's also, good for it's just one of those things. I look at the free stuff and I think to myself, what is going to happen? It affects a lot of people when stuff like that happens. So there's that. Got that posted. Up to 50 folks in here. Appreciate everybody. Welcome, newbies, to the top 10 Texas Tech and Notre Dame. Yeah. Speaking of that, let's look at how the rankings are going to shake out, because that's going to be a whole nother debate. Also, Tuesday, we have the college football playoff rankings as well coming out. That's going to be interesting, I think. What's going on in the World Series? Leadoff double. Also got the World Series. I got the World Series on as well. Can the Blue Jays score a run to tie it up? This is occupying a lot of my time. Bunt. So there's that. Let's see here. Ohio State, probably going to be no change. I don't think you're going to have a change from Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Alabama. I would say Georgia stays where they're at. Oregon, Ole Miss. Top 7, I don't think will change. Now, they might flip-flop some people based on votes, but I doubt it. Teams to look to take a tumble. Georgia Tech's going to fall hard. If I was a gambler, if I was a bet man, Georgia Tech's going to fall hard. Georgia Tech will fall hard. Notre Dame will go up. Miami's going to fall hard. Vanderbilt will fall. Tennessee, I don't think Tennessee will slide as much. Oklahoma, Louisville, they'll trend up. Cincinnati will probably most likely be done. Texas will sneak some spots. Michigan will sneak up. Houston will fall out of the top 25, I think. Utah, if they hang on, they'll move up as well. So there is that. Also, phone line is open. Number to call, 260-255-4069. If you want to get a call in, you can. That helps us tremendously. Ole Miss sitting in a driver's seat. I'm fascinated by the World Series right now. A base hit would be huge for the Blue Jays. I think he walked him on purpose because Kirk doesn't run well. All right, we're getting it up and rolling here. I'm fascinated by the World Series. I normally don't watch a ton of baseball, but there's that. Also, number to call, 260-255-4069 is the number to call. Get your call in. SMU wins in overtime. Are we going to get a big hit here? Number to call 260-255-4069. Phone line is wide open. USA Today. Oh boy, nothing like high pressure. Ooh, and he stared at it. 0-2 count. What do we got? What's going to be the dealer choice here? North Texas rolls 8-1. Broken bat. Rolled him into a double play. Los Angeles Dodgers win the World Series. All right. So baseball is over for the year. And that's that. Interesting. Excellent, Smithers. So there is that. Dodgers repeat. Also, no one gave Brett Lashley and the SMU Ponies anything. They didn't give him any credit. So I would say it's going to get loud in. I would say it's going to get loud in Miami for Mario. It's going to be a fascinating tale of the tape here. How bad did I lose the old parlay? Gonna look at that as well. Got everything right except Tennessee. Not shocked. So there is that. Also, number to call 260-255-4069. It'll be interesting to see what they do with teams like BYU, Notre Dame, Texas Tech, Virginia. Virginia's sneaking in there. They are sneaking right up the polls, and nobody's talking about them. The pundits' excuses is, I got to see more, got to see more, got to see more. Well, we'll see, but I don't know. Maybe Penn State hires Hugh Freeze if he gets fired. That would be a fascinating case study. Huh. No, I'm just messing with you. We'll have to see if he really does get fired, but also number to call 260-255-4069. Who wants to call? Who wants to be the first caller on the call-in show? We got that as well. So, Jonathan Smith is trending. Why would Jonathan Smith be trending? Oh, they are lighting up. Yeah, they're going to be coming after him next. But that's what we'll see. Also, number to call 260-255. I wonder how far Notre Dame, they're kind of in the driver's seat. I don't know what they got going. Very bizarre. Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Riveting podcasting here. I get it. I'm just looking at some stuff. The Ohio State folks are going to be all over um all over the Miami fans. I'm seeing a lot of that. They are all over Prime and all that fun stuff. So ooh we yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time this week in college football. Also, I do have press conferences to watch. Um, this is fascinating stuff. I know this is just riveting podcasting. Number to call 260-255-4069 is the number to call. Dodgers win back-to-back World Series. Yeah, so there is that. Phone lines are open. Not really doing much of anything. Just watching Colorado, or not Colorado, watching Utah, Cincinnati. Took 11 innings for the most expensive team in baseball. So there is that. So here we are. Kind of rough. Yeah, that is funny. But I mean, the Blue Jays had chances to win it tonight, but we'll see. Um, so there's a lot to go on. It looks like it is a rough one out there in uh, Utah at Rice Eccles. I think that is the one of the lone games on right now. But there's that. Also, if hit the like and subscribe button, that helps as well. Any little bit helps. Appreciate everybody. I know it's late. Time change coming up as well. Just doing it. So we'll see. We'll see where this whole thing bottoms out. Wow, I can't believe the fellas from MPW are still going. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Let's go read the comments for South Carolina football. They didn't even post a graphic, they just posted the score. Uh oh wow. Getting interesting. Worst offense in the and and they are doing the no drama, no cheating allegations, no scandals, no wins, just dog shit football. And it's a picture of Shane Beamer. The South Carolina folks are they are letting Beamer have it in the comments. I'm not having fun anymore. Oh wow. People are saying my Will Muschamp PTSD has been triggered. Yeah, that's fascinating stuff to be honest. Oh yeah, we'll do some engagement farming with this fan base. Number to call 260-255-4069 is the number to call. Blue Jays left 14 runners on base tonight. I'm sure that's going to be a fun time. Get this going. Maybe we'll get something from that part of the world. I would love to. Um, so yeah, there's that. The race is coming down to some certain things. Oh, Clemson lost today. I may get fired today. I can't say I blame them. Oof. Tough times. Tough times in South Carolina on the college football side of things. Yeah, that's fried. So there's that. Also, if you hit the um mm, oh boy, they are tweeting the Colorado fans. Ooh wee. Yikes, I wouldn't have asked that question. But number to call 260-255-4069. Got all kinds of press conferences to watch, reaction. Oh wow. Gronk was in the shoe today. That's fascinating. Ooh, they ain't gonna like that one. The Miami folks. Manny Diaz has a higher winning percentage at Duke than Mario Cristobal does at Miami. Ouch. Talk about a hit in the nuts. They are playing for keeps. Yeah, that's a good Oh, they tore the goalpost down at SMU today. That's fascinating. Um, what other? Do a little, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're not really doing anything here. We're just big chilling, you know. If you want to call, go ahead. I'm going to leave it open for another 15 minutes. If anybody wants to call, go ahead and call in. And then that's the week that was in college football. I think next week we're going to do the 7:30 games, the big 7:30 game on ABC, and that's what we're going to do. There's that. What did I pull? There, here we go. All right, there's that. Do a little more farming. 13 minutes left, and then I'm gonna get on with it, and we're gonna do. I got to do my work. The press conference package. Well, not package, but press conference stuff. Watch reactions after the week that was college football. Wow. Ohio State is trolling at an elite level. Huh. So there's that. Ooh. Wow, that's interesting. I guess at the on the sidelines of the Miami game, Mario Cristobal and Shannon Dawson fighting with each other, arguing. Hey, that's what it is. But also, number to call 260-255-4069 is the number to call. They are criticizing Mario. That's a scary moment. Just looking at some of that other stuff that's going on. Oregon State fans stormed the field after beating Washington State. Okay. I guess that's where we're at on their side of the gamut. But yeah, looking at this from a distance, it's a interesting endeavor, to say the least. We'll see what Hugh Freeze's future is in the morning. I don't particularly think it's going to pan out for him. They may let him coach the rest of the year. Who knows? Who knows? It's Auburn. Kind of culty, a little bit. But Penn State is also a cult as well. Number to call, 10 minutes left. Number to call, 260-255-4069 is the number to call. Tennessee takes a tough loss. pretty much eliminates them from the playoffs. But realistically now, if you're Heupel, you can rally the troops to ruin Vanderbilt's season. You can. It'd be something to do. So there's that. Kirby and the Dogs win today, but they didn't look good on offense. They made enough plays to win, but I don't think they look good on offense. That's just my opinion. I thought they looked mediocre, subpar. Florida looked better on offense, but I can just tell you this much. If Florida keeps running DJ Lagway, it's not going to go well. It's really not, in my opinion. So that's just what I think about the whole situation. I don't think the Lagway running the football is going to bear a whole bunch of fruit, even though that's PI, but okay. Although Utah black unis, elite for Utah. One more shot at the whole shooting match. So there's that. Don't want that. All right. We'll get that farmed out there. I'll leave it open for a bit. I still can't believe they old Billy Ball game fired at Florida. Interesting stuff, but I think it's interesting, but I don't know who they're going to hire. I would say they'll probably get James Franklin. And James Franklin will get Brian Kelly'd because they'll complain he doesn't win enough. If they hire James Franklin, they will fire him. I think, anyway. Just my opinion. Let me do this. But also, phone lines open. Number to call, 260-255-4069. Almost 100 people watching. And we don't have... Northwest Arkansas, eh? That's interesting. But, yeah. So, I guess we'll see where this thing falls apart. Do a little bit more engagement. Hold on, I'm sending a text. So there we go. We got that done. I'll leave it open for a little bit longer. Number to call, 260-255-4069. Number to call. Been on an hour. I might leave it open a smidge longer. See what we come up with. Also, if you can do us a favor and hit the like and subscribe button, that helps us a ton as well. Um, that helps a lot. Um, that and some other stuff as well. Just looking at some analytics stuff. Number to call 260-255-4069. I can't believe no SEC fans want to call and talk. That's fascinating to me. Uh, oof. That's probably not what they want to hear at that point in time. But there's that. So yeah, we're closing in on 1:00 in the morning Eastern. So I don't know. Do we fold up shop or call it good? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. So yeah, there's that. Phone lines open. Ooh, Bobby Petrino lost his stuff today. So there's that. Number to call 260-255-4069. Appreciate everybody who joined for the Tennessee live stream. That helps a ton. Oh well, it helps the channel overall. So there's that. I wonder what do we have here? I'm just looking at some stuff. Also, if you want to call, get your call in now. Number to call 260-255-4069. Number to call. So that's kind of where we're at. That's funny. So yeah, just looking at some. There's that. 107 people watching. Fascinating stuff. Riveting content we have going here. But yeah, we had a fantastic day on the channel. Almost 6,000 views on the watch party. Appreciate everybody who jumped in that. So we got that done. Just overall a good day. I think so. Number to call 260-255-4069. I think I might leave it on throughout the third quarter of Utah in Cincinnati. I thought that was going to be a good game, but kind of a bust a little bit, I thought. So there's that. Number to call 260-255-4069. Ooh. What is that? I have no idea who that is. Oh boy. Mm-mm. Yeah, there's some. Actually, I want to save that one. But what was everybody's overall thoughts on today? Very mid. Hmm. Yeah, Halloween. Just, I wouldn't say it's not my thing. Like the time of the year, but Tim. Tebow put a dent in the big drum at Texas. I'm sure they'll probably cut it out and have him sign it. So there's that. We're at an hour and 3 minutes. Pretty tough crowd this evening, but overall good day. But I'm trying to get this aspect of the podcast build up. I know it's Saturday night. Probably a lot of folks are snoozing, so got time change. But yeah, we're trying to build this call-in show thing up. I'll throw it out there one more time. Number to call 260-255-4069. If you want to get your call in, get it in now. Make sure the iPad is fully functional. Yep. We're good as gold, but we'll have to see who some of these folks hire. It'll be fascinating to me to see this whole thing. The whole shooting match. I'm kind of curious. I've seen Jonathan Smith trending on Twitter. I wonder if something's going to happen at Michigan State. So we'll see. All right, I guess we've hit the expiration date. Appreciate all 117 of you watching, but nothing real riveting. A lot of people probably in the snooze zone. So there's that. We will jump off of here and catch you guys later. Everybody have a good night. Appreciate everybody, especially the folks that hopped on the Tennessee show, our Tennessee watch party. That was a good time. So there's that. But anyway, until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Next weekend, 7:30, Texas, Georgia is what we got. So we'll see you later.